We are live, and I got my microphone on, so everything is a bit more clear now. I hope everything is a bit more clear now. So, we are live. Let's see if we can get a wacky filter up in here. Dance party. Oh no, that's too crazy. All right. So, I really was okay. So I didn't actually plan out what we were going to be talking about. So I guess I should have really put up like a Q&A or something, because that's what I'm going to mostly base this around, is a Q&A. Maybe I should move on this side. No, that makes that a bit more visual. There's my William Shakespeare and a bunch of glasses. So there you go. You can enjoy the William Shakespeare book, which actually I think I mentioned that in another. No, I mentioned it in a live stream. I didn't mention it. I didn't make it in an open because, or an open. We are open because it just. I don't really know. I just wasn't thinking about it at the time. So we've got. So recently I went to a book fair, and that's not what I wanted. Is that what I no? Is the camera working? I can't tell if the camera's working. I'm kidding. I know what I'm doing. Someone know what I'm doing. Hey, hello, Chica. How you doing? But yeah, recently I got this at the book fair, and it's a very interesting book because it's not just like some fanfic, but it's like it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a guide to Doctor Who, and if you don't know me, I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I love all things Doctor Who, waiting for season 10 to be Prime on Amazon, because, I don't. Hey, camera, how about you work, please? Okay, okay, hey, phone, how about calm down, stop flipping out, that'd be nice. I got an idea. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I saw something. Nah, it's nothing. Put this pillow here. That'll help keep the stand from falling over. Except it's a little big. I don't know what to do with that. So, yeah, this is really just a Q&A. You guys can ask me questions. I will make an extremely long answer for it. Or I'm gonna start senselessly babbling on about random stuff that I don't know about. So, what's this? I think this is one of my science or math journals. Social studies. That's old. I was reading through some of these back a while ago. Dog. Wait, this was for 6th grade. This is for 6th grade. Mr. Miller's class. Mr. Milios. Climate types. Yeah, this definitely isn't 5th grade. This is definitely, Captain. Latin dog. Dog is standard for something. I don't quite remember what it stands for. Something, educational crap that nobody cares about. Yes, educational indeed. Alrighty, so, I want it. Okay, one second. Get something here for you. So, one second, guys. Sorry for the distractions. There we go. Get my Chromebook here. Someone said something. What's your favorite game? Okay, what is wrong with this internet? I can't see chat. Chat, you have said a couple things now, and I can't even see what you're freaking saying. I can't see what you're saying for some reason. But, I think I saw, okay, I gotta constantly be clicking. Rick and Morty is my show. What's your favorite game? There we go. Have in it, it is just it's very good. I like it a lot. It's my favorite out of all the Uncharted. Jesus Christ, Wire. Trying to get yourself killed. Alright, there we go. That's a good position. But let's go to my Google Drive here. So maybe. Oh, did that? Okay, somebody. Mine is NBA and okay, so I don't play sports games. Why play sports games when you can just go play sports? So, it's all in the mind, I guess. So, I've been working on a book lately, guys, called The Light is Dead. Here is a summary of it. Here's basically a part of the book that will explain kind of what's happening, except there's a lot more to it, a lot more secrets and twists. I'm about 96 pages into it. It's not really near done. It is getting close to near done. So it's about halfway done. I'd say a little more than halfway done. When I said nowhere near, I kind of meant there's still a lot of plot to go. Not page-wise, since page-wise, I have no idea how long the pages are going to be because nobody would. It's not a good thing to plan out how many pages there's going to be because then you're setting yourself an expectation on how fast you're doing it. Not even how fast you're doing it, but what you're putting into it. How you're hurrying up sentences and hurrying up the way you say certain things because you're trying to fit the page limit. And that's not good because you got to try to get everything you're trying to say off the page, whether it's extremely specific or it's just he walked through the door or he grabbed the rusty handle, twisting it slowly, hearing the metallic clicking inside. Something really specific, or he opened the door, because if he opened the door, chances are your book is not going to be as long. So people people like Stephen King and I don't know, a lot of other people, Stephen King especially, though, is what I'm saying. They're very specific with even the slightest details or the most unimportant things. So, like, picking up a book, like, he'd change it into something like his hand, like, I don't know, like, freaking swiped all the dust off of it and something instead of, he picked up the book and he started reading it. So don't give yourself a page limit because that really is just going to stop yourself from making the readers interesting. And I say don't, and I know it's kind of, I'm on page 98, excuse me. I'm almost to 100 actually. So, yeah, don't make it on, like, page 100, like, page 100, I'm done. Because then, I don't know why, that just seems like, it just doesn't seem right to me for some reason. I don't know. My game's almost done downloading. Well, it's like a third of the way done downloading. But yeah, okay. Yeah, I got Skyrim Online over there downloading. But anyways, Chapter 1, The Warning. So here's just a quick little summary of the Light is Dead. So the last drop of oil has been spent. Took a lot of years, but they did it. There's probably 3 or more pockets left, but we won't have enough power for the whole world. Even if it would last just 5 days, and the power would be back down. I'm Josh Fenkel. I have 3 days to set up 5 solar panels the size of Costa Rica. It's a one-man job, but that's okay. My son Salmon will go on if anything bad happens. So you're probably saying a bunch of crap in chat right now. Oh, no, you're not. Okay. Sorry, it's just very glitchy, and I cannot read what you're saying, so. So, yeah, that's that. I'm getting rid of the 3 days, 5 solar panels the size of Costa Rica. I'm just going to change it to 5 solar panels because, like, the size of Costa Rica, like, you don't really think about it, how big Costa Rica actually is. Let me look up a picture of Costa Rica because it's not like I've ever been there. But, Costco. No, I don't want Costco. Costa Rica? Oh. Completely forgot what I was going to say. 1 second. I have no idea Costa Rica. Okay, I was like, what the frick was I about to say? I have no idea. Okay, let's just click explore, and then I'll delete it in a moment. There, I have on a cruise. You've been on a cruise there? Okay. I don't know why, but yeah, I completely spelled Costa Rica wrong. Costa Rica? I don't know. Like, they gotta give me Costa Rica. Images. Oh, that's okay. I think I'm confused on what Costa Rica is. So, plus, I've been working on this for like years now. Mostly because I stopped making it for quite a while. I stopped continuing to make it, which is the main reason why I don't know why I stopped, but I did. And I'm about to do something that's going to change everything. Make this book a lot bigger. And 1.5. But yeah, so this book is basically about I guess you can sum it up with saying the end of the world, because there's no more oil left, no more oil left on the world, and people are not very happy about that. So they're raiding, they're fighting each other, and they're just going nuts. Here, let me check something. Where's? Oh, right, I threw it across the room. That's unfortunate. Okay, 1 second. They made it 130 pages. Oh, my book might be longer than I thought. 1 second. Again. I gotta find an actual book. Like, freaking... Oh, that broke. Ender's Game. No, that's not good. Yeah, that's not a good book. The Iron Trial, which I never actually got to reading. See, so... The words have spaces between them, obviously. But look, there's a tiny gap between each line there. And I have a tiny gap between each line. And this is what he used to look like. 1 second. It takes a second to load because it was already humongous. It used to look like this, which is very small lines between each one. And now it is a bit better. I mean, I don't know if I'll keep it like that, but still, you know, just to make myself feel better. 130 pages. Yes. So, yeah, I'm going to read a chapter to you. You're not going to know what's going on. This is going to be going up on whatever it's called. Anyways, let me find a good chapter to start on. Chapter 3, The Dream. Okay, this was the one with Simon and the stuff. I'm about to make my first live stream. Good for you, man. The sound of footsteps drill into my brain. Clunk. Clunk. I try not to go crazy. I cried so much for many reasons. Family, life, house, normal days, Sarah. I walked on. This is the perspective of the father first. We all seemed as if life was over. It was to me it was like that's what it was like. Life is planned and a normal thing, not a place where people murder people because of a can of soup, because they ain't looking at a gosh darn phone. That was all it was. All it is as I speak. Yeah, my writing wasn't the best. I was determined to do anything to avenge Sarah. I'm determined. As we walk, I start to realize that Utah and Jade had the same last name. You have a sick, twisted brother. Kills everyone. She looks guilty. Her eyes widen. She bites her lip. Right, my brother. I flash my head at her in surprise. He's my husband. Yeah. Look, I never knew he had a mind capable of doing such thoughts. A money monster was the last thing I thought he turned into. But when I met him, he was a handsome new reporter that had a great responsibility. And that was to tell the world what happened and what's happening and what happened. And he never showed disrespect to me or anyone for that matter. She wipes tears from her cheeks and rips the ring off her finger. Now I see he's no more than just a dry and money sucker. If I had known, I'd never have married that Satan lover. She throws the ring behind her. Just a chiming sound echoes behind us. I don't mean to upset her. She just kept walking. She's on to me. She knows I realized it was a touchy subject. I know he's not dead, she says, glares at me with her glassy eyes. It is hard for me to stay strong. We had been a happy family and things went crazy so fast. I can't even keep up with my own actions. But I need to keep control of the situation. I need to keep everyone safe and sound. I must be willing to kill or be killed, but I still shake when my gun is in my hand. Blood wrecks my vision and death clings to my clothes. Cruel the world is, but that scene shall crawl up my spine, my pa told me. But he's long gone now. He was in the military. Apparently his buddy told him that in the plane before it was eliminated. Jade shakes me and I look at her. She looks scared. Do you hear that noise? Okay, people are freaking out in chat. Oh my gosh! Hello, Aunt Head. Sorry, the chat. Okay, I gotta hold it. Hey, Aunt Head. Hey, gaming guy. How you guys doing? Okay, let me just continue here. I'm almost done with this part, except it's about to get crazy. Her eyes of glass were gone, and it was just fear. I can't talk because there's a loud bash on the left wall and sparks fly. They're in a sewer right now, so it's just this long, endless sewer, and they're walking on the side, and then there's water here, you know, the water part, and then they're just on this concrete walkway. We stand there. The sparks bounce off my back like a ball. I hold her still. We stand like the... Oh, boy! Camera, what the heck is wrong with you? Mister, I thought I could trust you. You betrayed me. Okay. I look at the wall. Oh gosh, there's a huge black hole on the wall. Smoke started to rise. I can quickly see that it was a firecracker. They left the shell on the ground. I reach and grab it. To find it is still hot. Fire moth, firecrackers. Jade sees the name and gasps. Jade, this person doesn't want us dead. She nods and pulls her gun out. She aims down the tunnel where it came from. Hey, what are you? Hey, no! She fires the pistol. It shoots down the tunnel. At first the fire, there's nothing. See, there's still like airs and stuff. It is where Pennywise lives. There was no scream, not in pain, but in fear. There's fast pace, then I pulled the gun out over and fired. There's flashing and sparks, then a man falls over in front of Jade. She screeches and flies back into us. Well, behind him, whatever. She looks at me slowly and says, "We killed Flint." So Flint is a character from way back. Like I said, the chapter is not going to be very understandable because it's got characters and they're in places that you wouldn't understand, but I just wanted to read something that would give you a little taste of what I've been writing. So it's 130 pages. I'm in 130 pages into the book. As you can see here. Son of a biscuit-eating bullfrog! If you fall over again, Mr. Camera, I'm gonna have to beat you up. Try to keep that open sign in sight, because that's the whole point of this. But yes, so there's Zeal or Exzeal. That's her whole name. There's Simon. There's Gordon. There's Jade. There's Flint, who just died, and Josh, who's the main character. So it switches between perspective of Josh, and who's the dad, and Simon, who's the son. It doesn't go to the second son, who is Gordon, which is the younger child. It doesn't go through his perspective till the second book. So, that's because of things. And, so we're 130 pages in. The book is somewhat near-ish, done-ish, kind-of-ish, done-ish. And, because currently another main character died. I won't say who. Not really a main character, but a character I think if you were reading the book you would grow to like, and probably be a little teary, a sad when he died. And so that's that. 130 pages, man. I was at 98 before I spaced it out. They actually just found a cat. Oh yeah, I remember this. So I'm gonna read you a dream that one of the characters has. This character, Simon, the second character, he has these weird dreams of being out in the middle of a desert when something happens. So let me read a part of the dream that occurs. So this is the second dream of the desert, because for some reason he's having dreams about deserts. So I was standing at the top of a sand dune, looking over the vast sea of sand and land of snakes and forgotten tombs. I blink my eyes, trying to see past the sand blowing in my eyes. A huge sandstorm, reaching to the stars, comes hurtling this way. I watch as it engulfs a whole pyramid and topples over tall sand dunes. Mine was the largest and overlooked everything, but not higher than the storm. It nears closer and the wind starts to pick up. I swallow the fear and stand as tall as I can as the storm crawls up the sand dune like a wave of water. I can't help but let out a little whimper as the sand blasts into me, every part of me lifting off the ground and flying off the dune. I yell in fear as I free fall through the storm towards the ground. Just as it came visual, I put my arms out, closing my eyes. So that's part of the dream there. Oh shoot. I got 20 minutes. Oh, this thing's dying. What in the world? Termination. No, stop! I'm scrolling down. What is happening to my computer? It said I had 40 minutes left. Now I have like 20 something. Okay, you guys are saying some stuff in chat there. You sure it's not your dream? Great bro, gotta do chores. Alright, that's cool, whatever. Go ahead and do your stuff. So, the stream obviously won't be much longer because, sadly, my Chromebook is gonna die. But I guess I could do something after it dies. We got a good 20 minutes. Well, here. I work on quite a few books. I work on quite a few books all the time. And I've been working on one called Elfspell. And Elfspell takes place in a very long time ago. More like medieval. So it never actually happened, because it's medieval times did happen, but this is like different species, elves, dragons, magic, all that stuff is what this is. So fantasy, more of a fantasy book. That's what I should have said. So here is the first, paragraph. It's a little long. So, Chapter 1, The Play. The sun blazes onto the village, casting shadows upon everyone plucking apples from trees and skimming for wood, when the winter was to lay on them like a sheet in the rain. Smoke rising from the house, men and women cooking the chicken children were chasing around the roads. They jump around through the wet meadow grass, shaking the water from their feet while the chicken runs away. One of the fires was from a pile of hay in the dead center of the village. A man had dropped a lit torch into a newly dry bundle of hay on the ground, the fire immediately setting. Soon, the whole thing ablaze. The man spits and kicks at the fire as people run around with buckets of water and effortlessly swinging it at the fire. Some people walking by and laughing at the man kicking bits of flame hay into the ground and up into the air back onto the pile. The smoke rises high over the houses and trees of the forest just outside the walls of the village. It was vast and longer than eyes can see, and darker than a cave in the strike of midnight. Things and strange people lurk within it all the time, but the horrors creep out when the sun goes down and the moon rises with a silver gleam of light. But it was still midday. It was still midday. Travelers would walk out of the bushes in long trails to stumble across a wall and have to maneuver around in such a way that they felt it would not be worth it, but be quite delighted to find a lovely town full of many different races and species. Mostly made of elves, some were Trekkin, and some flowerish. Trekkins are the most tall things you will ever see that aren't giants. Most of them bluish skin and very freakishly long feet. Very nice species indeed, known for the compassion and ability to share when they really don't even need to. Their size is a tad bit overwhelming when they walk up to you, but if you're like me and you're friends with one, then you get used to their excessive height. The funny thing is most of the houses' ceilings are very high up because of the large amount of Trekkin living here. There are no schools except for the training ground, but that's for the people who are becoming guards of High Cloud. A kingdom far away, yet a dream everyone has to live in it. But I've been there, and it's not as glamorous as one may make it seem. It is full of rich people and huge buildings in the Golden Castle, but there's crime everywhere. I was pulled into an alleyway between a tobacco shop and a candy store and almost beaten up. The guard don't even do their job very well enough. They don't even look left or right when walking down streets. But anyways, let's go back to the day where the flowerish man called Jacob tried to steal from a fresh fruit stand while the man who was running the place had just walked out of his house. So that's just kind of like the first paragraph part, and I got about 3 other pages of the book. So I saw a couple comments in here. Max. Hello, Max. How you doing today? How is your day going? Sorry, I did not read your comment right away. I was in the zone, just in the zone with reading. Okay. Yeah, Chromebook's going to die soon, but whatever. We're gonna get a good 30 minutes of our podcast, whatever this is, a vlog thing. I don't know. But got one new person. Thank you for coming, my dude. You're freaking awesome. So yeah, I guess I'll read some more. It's very nice. Hello, Chico. Welcome back. Sorry, my chat is flipping out today. It's like glitching and it won't let me see it. It'll turn on for like half a second, then disappear. So, sorry if I don't get to your comment immediately. I may not see it because my phone is just messing with me today. It is being a very mean to me. So, I'm sorry for that, but, sometimes technology just does not work in your favor. But tonight, hopefully, if I'm not at my friend's house for too long, might leave at like 9 or 10, I will be streaming Skyrim Online Turmoil Edition, I think, something like that. So, yeah, be looking forward to tonight, and hopefully tomorrow night I will be able to do a stream with Star Trek Online, because that was so fun last night. I had an amazing time with that game. Or maybe if the game finishes anytime soon before I have to go, maybe I'll stream either Star Trek Online or that, because I really want to do both today, because I have not been streaming a lot lately. But let me continue my story. There's just a little bit I want to read to you. So, here we go. Oh, you bloomin' or I ought to get you with me hook. Jacob shakes his head in fear and jumps over the stand, kicking apples and peaches into the dusty ground, leaving a cloud in the air. The man runs around it. Jacob dashes past the elderly lady and dodges a Trekking coming out of his house, actually going to the exact same fruit store that was just robbed. Jacob runs up and starts banging on some person's door. My door. "Let me in, mate. I'll pay you with food." I just open the door, confused at what is going on. I take one good look at the flowerish man. His looks shiny more than ever. He wore a shirt with several holes and pants made from bags, his eyes glowing with fear. I was so saddened by the sight I would have let him in, but the man slammed into him, wrapping his arms around him and pulling him to the ground, the apples scattering to the floor. Jacob yells and squirms to get out of his grasp, wiggling like a madman. No, please, I just need the food for my family." The owner of the store didn't seem to care much if he was homeless, or he was clearly starving to death. I just stood in confusion as they wrestled on the ground for a moment. Jacob kicks the man off of him, scrambling to get up, dirt covering his ragtag clothing. He starts to run down the street. His face twisted to anger, and he yells out at the flowerish man, running full speed past the houses and jumping around people, pulling their children on carts. He kicks the ground and coughs as he inhales the airborne dust. Bloody homeless and mice. He spits a few feet from my leg, looking up at me as if I had done something horribly wrong and should apologize. Spitting a bit of blood, he started to walk back to his stand. "Thanks for nothing, lad," he murmurs at me as he's at his stand grumbling. I just shrug it off and shut the door, trying to think over what just happened. So yeah, Chromebook is gonna die soon, so just gonna put it over here and yeah, that's just a little bit of that story. Elfspell is basically banged around the fact that the main character, Thaidy Clasp, has a twin brother, but he's been taken over by a wizard, and turns out, or I should say, a very bad wizard, dark magic wizard, and he's controlling him, and he's going to make him summon a dragon upon the town. And so Thaidy, the normal Thaidy, the non-twin, is going to have to kill his own twin, which technically the old Thaidy was a good guy, but he got taken over by dark magic. So now this coward is making him make a demon dragon come from the depths of demon world. So that's what you replace. That's what you replace. Oh, someone said something. Hi, Game Boy 22. How are you doing today? Man, we got 2 new people on here. We almost got 140 subs. That would be freaking awesome if we made that during an open. We are open, which we've never done that. We've never hit. I don't think we've ever gained a sub during an open. We are open, but whatever. Welcome to stream. Anyways, what was I saying? What is I saying, laddie? I do not know. That is the point. Maybe I was talking about that, right? So he is going to have to go fight his own brother to save the world from his treacherous demon dragon summoning it. And he doesn't necessarily want to kill. He doesn't know that he's being controlled by a demon or by a dark magic. All he knows is that he is trying to summon a dragon. So he's like, I gotta kill my own brother. The way he finds out that it is his brother is actually very interesting. So we actually went through a phase. I went through some phases on what the name would actually be. So I went through Thaidy Clasp and the Elfspell and the Tale of Twins. I think that the Twins of Elfspell. That's what it's called. So the book is called Elfspell because there's a magical thing the magic that he learns is called Elfspell because he's an elf and he likes spells, I guess. So there's the Twin of Elfspell. There is... actually, it's on my Google Doc. All the Elfspells are... Zosius. They're all on here. So, actually, I think there's quite a few that was just called Elfspell. but there's quite a few that were called differently. So there's Elfspell, capital Elfspell, there's normal Elfspell, so this one was a tad bit different from the other one. So yeah, this one was the other remake that I tried. I tried remaking Elfspell, but then I was like, no, that one's not that. I don't like this one that much. So I changed. I continued to make a new one. There's one just called Thide Clasp, which I don't quite remember why. Thide Clasp and the Twin of Elfspell. That's okay. So this was the very original version that I made in 3rd grade. I'm 7th now, so that was like a while ago. So you know how that can be a little nostalgic. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, because I mean, why not? And if you like this, go ahead and subscribe and tell me if you want some more opens. This is the 4th open. The 5th one will be coming whenever. I don't really know. But thank you for watching, and we'll be doing Skyrim sometime later today.